For final overall adjustment, I decided to change this tree here. Also, we could add few bushes or flowers or trees in the background or even here. But before that, note, because the general overall light is coming from top right side, and if you see this left side, it is darker, so better to make our grasses here darker too. I find my grasses. I think here it is. Yes. Select the group, layer adjustment, and I could add curve. Allow me to bring it out. Apply as a clipping mask. Alright. Maybe something like that. Not bad. And now I will make the mask of this layer invert. So select the mask and invert. Now I select my brush. White color. I decrease the flow to not be too strong, soft, and slowly start making these parts darker. You see what's happening here? Alright, it is better, I guess. Also, we could increase the grass density here in the line. So allow me to bring it back and find this grass. Yes, this is. I choose brush, find new defined brush here. I think this is alright. And with a higher flow value, yes, we could add grass amount here. I don't know why it is not showing perfect. Okay, because trees are front, it is fine. Allow me to check, do we have grass here or not? No, we don't have. I could create another trees for adding here or just find on internet. Again, I opened pngegg.com and search for tree. Let me to find another tree not so scattered, also not stylized. I'm just looking for some kind of regular tree. That could be fine. Allow me to open for later maybe. Even this one, it is fine. I am looking for tree to add here. Maybe this one, it is fine. I download it and add it to the scene. It is nice to add into the scene layer. Alright. Control or Command T. Resize it and reposition it. Even we could set some places like this. Audience don't know it is a bush or a tree or only some part of it. Even you could rotate it. No worries. Yeah, I think this is fine. Maybe too much rotation. Alright, something like that. And it is a smart layer. Directly we could add adjustments. So image adjustment, hue saturation. I decrease saturation. And trying to change the color, maybe some more greenish. Less saturation. Alright. And image adjustment curve, I could increase the contrast, make it darker, My system is getting too slow because information on layers are too much. Also, I'm recording. Allow me to reset to do that again. Alright. I think the green value is too much, so I select green and decrease the green value to look more realistic. Note that because this tree layer is below rain and mist, it's getting to fade out here. Again, I could duplicate it. I move it up here, decrease opacity, maybe something like 30% or more, I don't know, depend on you. And I could remove some part of it with mask. Allow me to bring normal and less flow, and slowly set this. Alright, this could be fine. Some more variation in visibility. For this person here, as you see, this right side, it is too bright. Also, interior lights are too intense, so we should add some lighting adjustment here. First of all, find the person here. I could find here. Yes, this is my person. I create a new layer. Select grayish color just to show you how they are working. If I select brush, allow me to decrease the value. And set the blending mode here or from layer. I highly recommend do not change brush mode here for blending because you cannot change it later. But for layer, anytime you could adjust it. So I could set something like, for example, darken and start adding. Allow me to hold on the Alt to clipping mask between these two layers. And if I start dragging, you see, getting darkened. Now I could change it something like multiply, burn, etc. So I select color burn. Allow me to delete them all. All pixels should be deleted. Alright. You could adjust it with white color and gray color. Something about middle. So with lighten you could bring it back. With darken you could set darken value. I could slowly add value here. Allow me to check. Alright. Maybe these parts should be darkened too. Always check to not getting overall darks or light. Also usually getting too oversaturated because of darken. Careful about it. And for the left side, I create another layer. Allow me to just pick some orangish yellowish color, something like that. Hold on the Alt. If I start dragging and drawing here and change the blend mode, you see they have much different values. For example, something like overlay is not fine work because just oversaturated, but something like color dodge or lighter color could help. Also burn color. So I decided to choose something like color dodge. Allow me to erase this layer for now and work again. Maybe more reddish values. Alright. Soft. And slowly start adding some light intensity from the left side. You see what's happening here. Even you could add light bokeh, etc. But for now it is fine. Alright, especially for shoes we could add it. Maybe some part here, not too much. And of course you could decrease the opacity anytime you like. So this is before and after. Also for darken color you could still adjust it. I could add some darken values here to make more contrast. And maybe even darker. Alright. If it is too intense, you could remove it. Blur it. I think, for example, this is too much strong. You could go to the filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and add a bit blurriness value to this. And below layer also. If it is too intense, you could decrease the values using mask or eraser. And let's check it out before and after. Yep, it is much better. I could add some variation of vegetation, flowers, etc. Allow me to search. For example, I don't know, something like bush. We could use some simple variation of bushes here. I just want to add some variation. Again, add it not here. Allow me, because gonna ruin our clipping mask. So I will add after grasses here. So I drag it here. Alright. If the angle is not correct, still you could adjust it, but I think it's nothing noticeable here. Because it is smart, so I'm applying adjustment quickly. I press Ctrl or Command M to bring curves. Make it darker, you see, it is immediately blending. Alright, Ctrl or Command U for hue saturation. Decrease saturation colors. Ctrl or Command B to color balance. Alright, maybe too intense. This time a bit yellowish. And if this green color it is too intense, you don't like it, I press Ctrl or Command U for hue saturation, green, click, hold on the shift click to add few more colors and start shifting the colors to whatever you like, maybe something like that. Less saturation for blending, and oops, sadly my system getting too slow, sorry. Again, Ctrl or Command U, greens, hold on the shift and add which green colors you like. Alright, I think this is fine. So you see, this is before adjustments and after adjustments. You could even create very soft shadow for this to make it more realistic. How to do that? I duplicate the layer, selecting below layer. We don't need these adjustments. I could right click and delete it or remove it or disable it. We don't need curve too. Alright. I will desaturate it, image adjustment, hue saturation or desaturate, but as you see it is not working because it is smart. So press Ctrl or Command U, bring down totally saturation value. Allow me to move this layer up to show you what's going on here. Yes, we don't have any saturation. Note that we could make it same color. I mentioned before image, adjustment, threshold. We need just make it pure black. Alright. It is fine. Press Ctrl T. Okay. I will vertical and hold on the control here. Control Alt Shift and expand it because this is very soft shadow. And maybe here. Alright, apply. Best blending mode for shadows is multiply. And now I go to the filter, blur. You could use Gaussian blur. Make it much softer. Yep, something like that. Maybe around 30, 40, it is fine. And decrease the opacity. Alright, without shadow and with shadow, I could bring here, opacity up, make mask, use brush, black color, and remove some blue parts here. And this is without shadow and with shadows. Alright. In the next video we will do final adjustment and preparing file for publishing.